Uplink Faze looking to close this one out 3-0 in our first matchup, Pool A, to kick off MLG Atlanta Open. And remember, there's $200,000 on the line, and we're kicking things off with Proto.
I mean, $200,000 and a ton of pro points. We discussed how important pro points were earlier, you know, in the pre-show. If you missed it, I'm sure you can go all over social media, get updates on what we talked about. But pro points so important for the rest of the year. You have an opportunity to earn a ton here in Atlanta. You see Clay getting that drone, going in for a fast 2-point score for Faze.
And they've got 2 players locked down on the base. I think it's attached that's kind of rotated back, and never mind, he ended up dropping because he had some key gunfights to maybe win it drone, and they could have kept the rally going, but Ruiz did enough to distract, at least for the time being.
And you see Faze putting a lot of emphasis on the top side of the minimap. That's the area you want to control when you're attacking that goal. You want the spawns for Enigma 6 to come in that back alley. You can bring the drone straight through this area where Enable is. You get a guy locking down gas station. You're able to just bring this drone up the street and get some easy scores.
That's 3 down, and that means go, go, go. 1 player here on defense to try and hold him off. Oh, I think a little bit of a mantle there, unintentionally trying to go vertical maybe and get the toss off.
It was actually Cade staying alive that mid-street for a very long time. There were players coming through this top ticket area, and then Proto was able to pick up 2 of those. Cade in the middle of the street was able to lock it down. That one looked like it could have been a good score opportunity for Faze, but it was shut down by the 2 players on Enigma 6, Proto and Cade.
Well, you're still feeling pretty good if you're Faze, since all early aggression has been from your side. General trying to say he wants nothing to do with it, able to win 1 gunfight, but he gets answered by the NV4 of Enable. Enable actually ends up finding 2, and it's Zuma pushing forward. Clayster with the 3rd, the 4th for Zuma, locking him down, back alley, drops on him. Hello, 3rd, would you like some candy as well? Guns him, Scarab up. I don't know why I said candy.
Yeah, now this is a very dangerous position for E6. You see they're trapped in that back alley. They need to push one way together. So you see 1 person coming to challenge Zuma at the top, 1 person going down gas. You need to just flood out together as a team, overwhelm one of these players. Because otherwise you're going to let players pick up easy, 2 pieces. As you try and funnel out 1 by 1, you're going to give up some more easy scores right there. A 1-point play goes through for Faze.
As much as that was huge from Zuma, getting those kills at back alley, that was really a full team effort, right? Enable kind of opened it with a 2-piece. Clayster gets 1. Zuma gets the final, and the rally comes in, and they're able to add on, make this a 5-0 lead. And this is really the first drone control / attempted offense we've seen from the side of Enigma 6, and it gets shut down pretty much immediately.
Yeah, it's the first time E6 touches the drone. They throw it forward for some yards. They try and slay out. They don't pick up any of the kills. It's really been the one thing separating these 2 teams is just those big, crucial gunfights. You know, whether it was in hardpoint, on the rotation, search and destroy in the clutch rounds. And here at the beginning of this uplink, they have not been able to secure their own base, not been able to secure map control. It's where Enigma 6 has faltered so far in this series.
Zuma has another opportunity to pick up some big kills here. Behind 1, finds another 1. There's a 3rd there at back alley. Just gets the reload. He's going to close out the 3rd. Zuma 17-4 on a 3 streak and just keeps lining them up. But it's 5 for attach. He's going off as well. He's fully streaked out. Bombardment there, locked and loaded. This is a blowout. It seems like the heart has been ripped out of Enigma.
Yeah, Zuma is cooking right now. I mean, 17-5, absolutely dominating the beginning of this game. And when we talked with Clay the other day, we asked him, who do you think the best player on your team is? He said Zuma. He's like, the stuff that Tommy is able to do is just unreal. You see putting those skills on display here.
I mean, he's got, close to as many kills as the rest of the team for E6. I think they have 20 plus. He's sitting at 19 right now. This is just a disgusting performance from him. Triple positive. We'll see if he can keep it up. Now, E6 is not out of this, Matt. They can certainly come back. We know they've played them tough, but they just are burying them here in the first half.
Yeah, if you're E6, I mean, obviously you want to put up points here in the first half. At best, you want to just stop the bleeding. No more points. You cannot give up any more points to Faze here. As I say that, you get a 4 dead. This looks like it's going to be points.
You're going to be clawing your way out of 6 feet under right now if you're E6.
Yeah, I mean, you see the players just lining up in the back alley for Clay. An easy 2-point opportunity there. Faze still with control of the E6 base. Zuma 22-6. Not a lot right here for E6 in the first half. I think you go in the second half, you just kind of erase this first half from your memory. You get a good spawn lock in that back alley. You put together some points. You start to close the gap a little bit. E6 definitely not out of this yet.
I feel like they set up a meat grinder there at that back alley corner. They're just running out and getting chewed up. There was nothing they could do. Like this, you had 2 people hard aim basically at that corner, whether it was Clay, Zuma, just destroying them.
It's been tough because obviously the easier of the 2 options is to go out towards that gas station, take control of that mid-street area and work your way back. But with the top map control going all the way towards Faze, they're going to win all these gunfights at range with the NV4s and the positions they're playing at. So E6, you almost have to flood through that back alley. They haven't been able to win gunfights there. They've been trickling one by one. Another score goes in for Faze Clan.
They're positive 30 right now.
Yeah.
Can we, like Zuma, what did Zuma just do to Enigma 6? Was he 29 and 8 and a half? You all right,
Yeah.
Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, he puts together one of the best first halves we've seen in
Ever.
Warfare ever. Yeah.
29 and 8?
Yeah, that is very impressive there from Zuma. When you got a guy being that explosive, you know, that dynamic in power positions, it's very difficult for the opponents. I mean, look, Enigma 6, they could have just flooded through the back alley. Maybe they kill Zuma, maybe they don't.
They have 6 more kills than Zuma. 6 more kills. 35 to Zuma's 29. Make it 30.
He's 30 and 8 right now. That's unreal. But Enigma 6 does have the drone. They do have top side control, so they're trying to get Faze in this back alley. Zuma takes out Ruiz as he's trying to push through the middle of the map. You do see a 1-point play go on the board. So E6, they get one on the board. They're starting to put some pressure on Faze now.
I feel they need to high-five somebody over there. Just give them a little bit of life, get something going. Again, it's not possible. You can get a vicious spawn trap. You saw what Faze was able to do. Can you answer back if you're E6?
And we did see Faze a lot last year. It was not really an uplink, mostly in hardpoint. They'd get these huge leads, and the other team would just storm right back. They just kind of take their foot off the gas. And you do see Enigma 6, they're lighting up the kill feed now. They have drone control. They need to convert this into points fast.
Yep, they're going to get 2 here. Now it's going to come down to the battle at mid-map for the drone. I think it's Ruiz by himself for the drone. They should be able to wrap this right back out. I'm just staring at the minimap. If Ruiz has it, you still have General here. This should be 2 more points. They have to fight back for drone spawn, but this NV4 is being such a thorn on the side. That's going to be 2 more. All of a sudden, it's 13 to 5. You still got 4 minutes to work with.
Yeah, so what Faze tried to do there, they tried to rotate out gas, try to get towards mid-map. Proto picks up 2. You get another big gunfight. I believe it was Ruiz towards the middle of the map. You get drone control. General locking down the back with the NV4's players trying to flood through the back alley. And that's what led Enigma 6 to some more points. But now Faze gets control of the top ticket area. They should be able to get drone control here.
Yeah, they got a little bit sloppy maybe for a minute there. Couldn't decide about how they come on to retake mid-street, retake their base. That time it worked out. They got all 4 up. They grouped up. They burst out together. And they're able to regain control. But you saw some life from Enigma 6. They certainly aren't out of this yet. You just need a couple more stretches just like that.
And a big kill there from Proto as Clay is trying to put some more pressure on the Enigma side of the map. And what you're seeing Faze start to do is they're funneling through that top area of your mini-map, through the ticket area over towards back statue. That's going to force Enigma 6 not to go on the offensive. They have to rotate, have to play out of their own base. If Faze just keeps playing this position for the rest of the game, they're in a good shape, but it's going to be General with a big 3-piece, and now he's going to push forward. Let's see if E6 can turn this into points.
He's got Camo to work with as well. This should be 2 more. Getting through. All of a sudden, it's 13-7. They're climbing back in. General going vertical, trying to turn and find him, but it's attached. Getting 2 clutch kills at home. But just as that's 7 in 2.5 minutes. You can do this. 7 more. You're halfway through. That's a 14-13 game. But Clayster's got the drum. He's trying to dip to the side. Can't win the gunfight, though. That's going to be 2 down for the moment for Faze Clan. This would be one of the most absurd comebacks I've seen. I know this map can play that way because you can get those crazy spawn traps, but that was one of the most dominant sides we've seen from a team and from an individual player. And Zuma, like Zuma's on pace to drop 50.
Yeah, it was a crazy first half from Zuma. He started to slow down here a little bit in the second half, but as long as Faze does not get spawn trapped, they just keep funneling through this top ticket area. They're in a very good spot, obviously, to close this game out. E6 would need to get pretty much a 4 dead right here, get spawn control to be able to make a comeback.
They got what? I think it was like 5-point rally to start the game, so you'd need a little bit more than that. But Attach is trying to hold ticket in mid-street. Enable also locked down. They basically had 4 people in and around ticket, right? Just shutting that down, playing either around tarps or inside a ticket, because that's the key push that we saw Faze doing over and over and over again. They don't want it to happen to them again. And now they've been winning those gunfights, which they weren't doing in the first couple of minutes.
And Faze realistically is, a few seconds holding onto the drone here, maybe 10, 15 seconds, and then a 1-point play from securing this game. Right now would really be a miracle for E6 to come back. They do have the drone in their hands, and they're going to try and run it towards the top side of the map, but the kill's just being traded out so effectively from the side of Faze Clan. They're just bringing this drone over towards statue, throwing it down, and winning the gunfight.
As much as it was a first half, kind of carried by Zuma, the second half has been attached. The number of times he's come up with 2 pieces in and around the drone as he's trying to hide from the bombardment, but he ends up, I guess Proto was in the corner there with the melee, but attach has been just massive.
But look, I mean, they use these streaks, they pick up another kill, and Clay gets the drone, resets it, so Enigma 6 can't even go on the offensive there.
Just under 40 seconds remaining. This looks to be a 3-0 from Faze, unless there is some sort of Enigma 6 miracle. Ruiz does have drum, getting inside a ticket, trying to find points, but he gets cut down by Clayster before he connects it, and surely that is it. Clayster's got camo out. He's looking to finish up some kills here before falling. Faze does it. They get a 3-0, and in this pool, that's a huge 3-0.
Yeah, and look, I mean, Enigma 6, they played Faze very strong. You know, it's going to be a 3-0 in favor of Faze, but you look at these scores outside of this uplink where it got out of control in the first half for E6. The hard point, very close, decided by maybe one hill, few gunfights, and at Search and Destroy, only one round, but it'll be Faze getting a 3-0 win over E6 in our first match of the day.
Well, the fans let Faze hear it. That was an incredible performance. But all right, obviously we're high on Faze. We think they're maybe the top team coming in. What did you see from E6 that you liked, though? Because obviously you played them tough in the first 2 games. Was that, I think it said a lot how they came back in the second half a little bit.
Without a doubt.
Too. I mean, they were buried. That's got to be frustrating to deal with someone going 30-8 or whatever it was in the first half. You're down 7, or sorry, what was it, 11-0?
Yeah. Yeah,
11-0, and then they mount the comeback. It was close.
So if you're Enigma 6, you played a very smart game. Hardpoint, your rotations were on